Hello children. So earlier you have studied irrational numbers, types of decimals, recurring decimal, non-recurring decimal, non-recurring, non-repeating decimal. Now today we will study surds or radicals. So what are surds or radicals? Already you have studied this. See, these kind of numbers, square root 2, square root 3, square root 5. You have studied. These are irrational numbers. Similarly, you have studied cube root of 7, cube root of 9, cube root of 16. Correct? So what is the problem in these numbers? These numbers are irrational numbers. Already you have studied. What is the problem? We cannot take out these numbers 2, 3, 5 out of the square root or out of the cube root or out of the 4th root, 9th root 7, 10th root 18. So all these numbers are irrational numbers, but we cannot write these numbers as the square of any rational number or cube of any rational number, or means we cannot remove this sign, this one, cube root, 9th root, 4th root. So these are nothing but surds, a special type of irrational numbers, not in decimal. Irrational numbers may be like this, or in decimal, non-repeating, non-recurring, but here, so we cannot remove the radical sign or this root sign. So that is why they are called surds or radicals. So we have to study these numbers. Correct? So this sign is called radical sign. This sign is called radical sign. Clear? So these are surds or radicals. So in surds or radicals there are three things. What? First one, this radical sign. Then one number is inside, another number is outside, that is here. Correct? See, there is a difference between these kind of number. If 3 root 4 is written, 3 root 4 means 3 is multiplied to root 4. But when 3 is here at the top of the radical sign, this means cube root or third root. Here 10th root, 9th root, 4th root. So these are radicals. Clear? So general notation about radicals. So general notation means, see, suppose I am taking an example, suppose third root of 5. So generally we can write like this. So one number is inside the root. This number must be positive. It means A must be positive rational number. A must be positive and any rational number. N must be greater than 1. Correct? Why? When you are writing root 5, it means by default it is 2. Root 5 means square root 5. Root 6 means square root 6. So by default it is 2. So that is why the condition for this number is nth root, third root must be greater than 1. The number inside the radical sign must be positive and must be rational number. But this number is always a natural number. 1, 2, 3, or it can be fractional also, no problem. There is no condition. This can be fractional also. So these are radicals or surds. Now another thing, we have two forms, radical form, or index form. Radical form, index form means, suppose root 5 is written, so we can write this as 5 to the power 1 by 2. Correct? If it is written third root 15, so we can write 15 to the power 1 by 3. Clear? If it is written 5 root 16, it is not 5 root 16, this is third root of 15, this is fifth root of 16. So we can write 16 to the power 1 by 5. So these are radical form surds and these are index form. Numbers are same. So we have to study these numbers and some properties. Okay. So property means, suppose I am telling, what about root 2 plus root 3? Can we add? No, we cannot add. Don't write root 5, correct? Or subtraction is there also. It means we cannot add directly to unlike sets, but we can add like this. Suppose root 2 is written, 2 root 2 is written, then we can add. Why? These are equivalent to like terms. 1 chocolate plus 2 chocolate. But here chocolate and it is toffee, we cannot add. It is apple, it is orange, we cannot add or subtract. But here this is root 2 means 1 root 2 and this is 2 root 2. 1 chocolate plus 2 chocolate, it means we can write 1 plus 2. See, root 2 is common. So what is left? 1 plus 2 root 2. Clear? Similarly, if root 2 into root 3 is given, so we can write root 2 into 3, that is root 6. Correct? So generally we can write what? If root a into root b is given, we can write root ab. Correct? If root of a upon b is given, we can write root a upon root b. Clear? It means for multiplication or division we can combine, but for addition or subtraction we cannot combine. Clear? So these are some properties we have to mind when we are simplifying or doing the question. So let us start our exercise 1.4. So the questions are: (1.4) question number 1 and 2 both are simplifying. So let us take any question. Question number 1, second part. See, the question is 3 root 3 plus 2 root 27 plus 7 upon root 3. Clear? So this is the question. Here 3 is multiplied, 2 is multiplied, correct? So this will remain same. 2 root 27 means 27 can be written as 9 into 3. This can be written as 7 root 3 upon 3. Clear? Now 3 root 3 plus square root of 9 is 3. It means when you will take 9 outside, that will become 3. So 3 into 2, 6. What is left? Square root 3. Here also what is left? 7 by 3 is square root 3. Clear? Now root 3 common everywhere. So we can write like this: 3 plus 6 plus 7 by 3, and root 3 is outside. Clear? 3 plus 6 plus 7 by 3 root 3. So this will become 9 plus 7 by 3. So 9 plus 7 by 3 square root 3. So finally 34 by 3 is square root 3. Only we have to simplify. So this is the final answer. Similarly, next one. Next one we can take question number 5th part and 6th part. 5th part is square root of 24 upon 8 plus square root of 54 upon 9. So these are the two questions. So again we can write this as 24 square root of 24. So we can write this as 4 into 6. Correct? This can be written as 9 into 6 upon 9. Clear? So this will become, or if you can write is 8 root 3, 8 into 3. Okay, correct. So this will become, see, square root of 4 will be 2. So 2 root 6. Square root of 9, 3, 3 root 6 upon 9. Clear? So what is common in both? Root 6 is common. So what is left? 2 plus 3, clear, means 2 upon 8 plus 3 upon 9. This is common. So what is left? So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 3. So finally this will become 7 root 6 by 12. So this is the answer, 7 root 6 by 12. Next one is sixth part. Sixth part is 3 by root 8 plus 1 by root 2. Clear? So we can take it as 3 upon root 8 can be written as 2 root 2 or not? Tell me. Can we write root 8 as 2 root 2? No. Also we can write this as 2. Clear? We can multiply and divide so that the denominator is same. So finally we are having 3 plus 2 5 upon 2 root 2, or we can rationalize, then this will become 5 root 2 upon 2 root 2 into root 2. So finally 5 root 2 upon, correct, root 8 2 root 2. This can be multiplied and multiplied both numerator and denominator by 2. So denominators are same, 5 upon 2 root 2 root 2 root 2 again. So this is the answer. Next, so next one is question number 2. Question number 2, fourth part, and fourth part is root 3 minus root 7 whole square. So simply we can apply a minus b whole square. What is a minus b whole square? A square plus b square minus 2ab. Correct? This means multiplication. So this is 3 plus 7 minus 2 root 21. Clear? So this will give 10 minus 2 root 21. Correct? Now see, one mistake children are doing. They are writing this as 8 root 21, which is wrong. Why? This is only 10. This is rational, and this is 2 root 21. This is irrational. So we cannot add or subtract rational and irrational. Why? They are unlike terms. Here it is apple and here it is orange. Why? This contains irrational number, but this does not contain any irrational number. That is why this is the final answer, 10 minus 2 root 21. Clear? Next, question number sixth part we can take. Sixth part, sixth part is 4 plus root 5 root 3 minus root 7. So here what is the problem? We cannot apply any identity. We have to multiply exponent. So first multiply 4 to the second bracket, then multiply plus root 5 to the second bracket. Clear? So this will become 4 root 3 minus 4 root 7. This will become root 5 into root 3. So we can write root 15. Clear? Root 5 into root 7. So we can write root 35. Correct? Now any like term is there, 4 root 3, but this is root 15. Nothing can be taken outside of the root radical. 7 into 5, nothing can be taken out of the radical sign. So this is the final answer. Clear? 4 root 3 minus 4 root 7 plus root 15. Next one is any other question. Suppose I am taking question number 5th. What is 5th? See, root 2 plus root 3 and root 5 plus root 7. So here again multiply, so this will become root 2 into root 5, root 10 plus root 2 into root 7, root 14, root 3 into root 5, root 15, root 3 into root 7, root 21. Clear? Again we cannot simplify further. Why? Root 2 into root 5, root 10, root 2 into root 7, root 14, root 3 into root 5, root 15, root 3 into root 7, root 21. So this is the final answer. So next, question number 3 and 4. So in question number 3, any part, I am taking second part. At last we have to substitute the value of root 2 as 1.414 and find the value. So question is 3 root 32, second part. 3 root 32 minus 2 root 50 plus 4 root 128 minus 20 root 18. Clear? So we can write 32 can be written as 3 into 16 into 2 minus 2. 50 can be written as 25 into 2. 4 128 can be written as 64 into 2. 18 can be written as 9 into 2. So see, square root of 16 is 4. 4 into 3 12. Square root of 25 5. 5 into 2 10. Square root of 64 8. 8 into 4 32. Square root of 9 3. So 60 root 2. So everywhere, what is the irrational term, irrational part? Radical. Root 2 root 2 root 2. So we can take root 2 common. What is left? 12 minus 10 plus 32 minus 60, and square root 2 or root 2 is common. So what is left? The positive term, 32 plus 12. So 32 minus 10, 22, 24, 34. Okay. So this will give minus 26 root 2. Correct? You can check. Minus 60 minus 10 minus 70 and 32 34 44. So minus 5. So minus 26 root 2 means minus 26, and value of root 2 is given 1.414. So you have to multiply, that will give the answer. Clear? That is question number 3. Now question number 4. Question number 4. Let me clear this properly then. So next is question number 4, second part. Five root 12 minus 3 root 48 plus 6 root 75 plus 7 root 108. Clear? So this is the question. So again we can write, see, 5, 12 can be written as 4 into 3, 48 can be written as 16 into 3, 75 can be written as 25 into 3, 7 root 108 can be written as 36 into 3. You can check. Correct? Again 4, it means this will be 10 root 3, 12 root 3, 30 root 3, 42 root 3. Correct? Again root 3 is common. What is left? 10 minus 12 plus 30 plus 42 and square root 3 is common. So finally this will be 10 minus 12 minus 2. It means 70 root 3. Correct? 72 minus 12. 70, 60. Wait. So that will come 10 minus 12 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2. Correct. 70 root 3. So we have to substitute the value of root 3 as value of root 3 is given 1.732. So 70 into 1.732 multiply, that will give the answer. Clear? So next, next is question number 5, any part. Question number 5, second part. State which of the following numbers are irrational. Okay, so first number we can see minus 2 upon 49. So this can be written as directly minus root 2 upon 7. So this is irrational. Why? This is division of irrational upon rational. So finally that will give irrational. Clear? So this is irrational. Again, next is 3 upon 200. This is P by Q. It means this is rational. Next one is root 25 by 3. So we can write 5 upon root 3. Again rational and irrational. Finally that will give irrational. Clear? Last one is minus 49 by 16. Correct? So the problem is, sorry, minus is here. So no problem now. 49, 7, 16, 4. So finally minus 7 by 4. So this number is rational. Clear? So this was the question. Now question number 6. So question number 6 is, state which of the following numbers will change into non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. So non-terminating, non-recurring. It means indirectly it is asking for, it has asked for irrational numbers. Clear? Non-terminating, non-recurring means we have to check which numbers are irrational. Clear? So you can take, so first one minus 3 root 2, it is irrational. It means that will non-terminating, non-recurring. Second one is root 256 upon 81, both are 256 means 16 upon 9. It means these are rational. So this is not irrational. Correct? This is not irrational. Clear? Next one is root 27 into root 16. So 27 into 16. So 27 can be written as 9 into 3, 16, 4 into 4. So finally what is out? Out is 3 into 4 and left is, so this is 12 root 3. See, 27 means 9 into 3, square root of 9, 3, square root of 16, 4. So 12 root 3. It means this is irrational. It means non-terminating, non-recurring. Root 5 upon 36. This is also irrational. Why? we cannot take square root of 5, but square root of 36 is 6. So this is also irrational, and irrational means non-terminating, non-recurring. Clear? Next one is 7. So in 7, what we have to do? State which of the following numbers are irrational. Okay, so first one is, or second part, minus 2 by 3 plus third root of 2. See, so this is rational plus this is irrational. So finally that will give irrational. Remember this. You can write the property addition of rational and irrational, or subtraction. Addition or subtraction of rational and irrational finally gives irrational. That is why this number is irrational. Clear? Similarly, we can take fifth question. Fifth one is 2 minus root 3 and 2 plus root 3. Clear? So directly we cannot tell whether it is rational or irrational. So we can simplify. So we can apply here a minus b, a plus b. So that will give 2 square minus root 3 square. Correct? So this is 4 minus 3, that is 1, and 1 is rational. Clear? So directly we cannot tell. Similarly, we have another question. You can see 3 plus root 5 whole square, sixth part. 3 plus root 5 whole square. So see, a plus b whole square, 3 square root 5 square, 5 2ab means, so 9 plus 5, 14 plus 6 root 5. Again don't add 20 root 5, correct? This is rational, this is irrational. Further we cannot simplify. So this is finally what? Irrational number. Why? This is rational and this is irrational, and addition and subtraction of rational and irrational is finally irrational. Clear? So this is also done. One more question. So seventh part, 2 upon 5 root 7 square. So this is rational. Why? When you will take a square, that will give 4 into 7 upon 25, and this is, so this is also rational. Clear? And the question was, state which of the following numbers are irrational. So we have to check each of them. Okay, next question number 8. This type of question we have done, like proof of root 2 root 3. We can take any question, third part. So we have to prove that fourth root of 5. So we will take proof by contradiction. So we will suppose that this is rational number, and rational number can be written in the form of p by q. We have supposed that this number is rational, so this can be written as p by q, where p and q are integers, co-prime integers, where p and q are co-prime integers and q is not equal to 0. Correct? Now in this case we have to take the power 4 on both sides, so that we can remove this index 1 by 4. So when you will take power 4, this will become 5, this will become p to the power 4 upon q to the power 4. So we can write it as p to the power 4 is equal to 5 q to the power 4. Clear? Now see, this number is multiple of 5. It means this number is divisible by 5, correct na? This number is multiple of 5. If we will divide this number 5, it means this will be divisible by 5, and this is equal to p to the power 4. It means if this number is divisible by 5, it means p to the power 4 is all by 5, correct? Clear? It means p to the power 4 is also divisible by 5, clear? Now we have studied some theorems. So if p to the power 4 is divisible by 5, then p is divisible by 5, correct? We have studied the theorem. What? If p square is divisible by 5, then p is divisible by 5. P cube is divisible by 5, then p is divisible by 5. P to the power 4 is divisible by 5, then p is divisible by 5. Already we have studied the theorem. So next, it means if p is divisible by 5, so p can be written as, correct na? If p is divisible by 5, it means p can be written as some multiple of 5, 5 into 1, 5 into 2, 5 into 3. Now substitute the value in this equation. So this will give, the equation is p to the power 4 is equal to 5 times q to the power 4. So this will become 5k to the power 4 is equal to 5q to the power 4. Clear? So finally this will give 125k to the power 4 is equal to q to the power 4. You can check. 1 5 cancel, 5 to the power 3 is left. So here again you can see this number is divisible by 5. This is divisible by 5. So it means this is also divisible by 5. Correct? Why? This number is multiple of 5. It means this will be divisible by 5. And at the same time this is equal to q to the power 4. It means this is also divisible by 5. So directly we can write that q to the power 4 is divisible by 5, correct? So again by theorem, q is divisible by correct? Clear? It means again the theorem, if q square is divisible by 5, q will be divisible by 5. If q to the power 3 is divisible by 5, q is divisible by 5. If q to the power 4 is divisible by 5, q is divisible by 5. It means we can see that p and q both are divisible by 5. It means p and q both are, p and q have 5 as common factor. Clear? It means p and q have 5 as common factor, which is violating the definition what? P and q are co-prime. Clear? But in the definition, when we have supposed that the number is rational means p and q must be co-prime integers. Clear? So p and q. Now but we have arrived that p and q are not co-prime. So therefore our supposition was wrong. Hence the number is irrational. Clear?